Someone said, durianrider, it seems like you only date rich, young, hot, social media girls, athletes. What's the deal? Why don't you date anyone your age? Can't you get anyone your age? I'm 44. Most of my girlfriends are generally half my age. That is correct. That's all I can get. I'd find it hard dating anyone my age for a multitude of reasons, but it seems like the only women I can have in my life, full time as girlfriends, are these rich, young, attractive, pretty things. And there's a few reasons for that. I'm 44. I'm retired. I'm financial. I've got no debt. I've got no kids. Every day I wake up and I can do anything I want. And I'm very selfish in that, with my girlfriends, I like to spend a lot of time with them. I get them to move into my house very quickly if I think they're going to be compatible, because that's always a good test of compatibility. And not everyone wants a full-time relationship. Some people just want a once a week thing or twice a week thing or whatever. That's fine, But for me, I like to be, time savvy and do things together, quality time, hang out, let's get things done. And so I generally get my girlfriends to move in with me real quick, just to test it out, test the waters, because we might be compatible in the bedroom or compatible with, beliefs and stuff like that, and that's fantastic. It's very important. But what about compatibility and living together? That's a huge one for me. So I always get them to move in quick and see how we go, see how we mesh. It'll be either a hit or a miss, and that's just my personal preference. So, but let's say I go for someone my age, so a woman in her 40s, 50s. Most women have kids, and that's a given. It's not good or bad. It just is. So if the woman has kids, straight away as a man, you are second. You are second. You're second rank. You're a bench warmer, and when she's free, she'll have time for you, and that's okay. That's just being a mum. As soon as you, guys out there, they're my sex life was great, and then I had kids, and now it sucks. I'm not getting the attention I wanted. It's not like we're not dating anymore. I just feel like I'm the provider for money, and that's it. I'm the ATM. The kids don't respect me. My wife don't respect me, and I'm starting to look at these younger free girls and thinking maybe I should go with that. That's just what happens, though, man. As soon as a woman has kids, you are basically the sperm donor, man. That's all you are, really. You're the sperm donor. Once she gets clucky, if you don't believe me, get online and talk with women. Go on these dating websites, talk with women, and you say, yeah, I want to have kids, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, you want to have kids? I want to have kids too. And so they basically see you as a sperm donor, and then you can flip. So actually, what? I don't know if it's a good time to have kids. And watch them ghost you. You know what I mean? Watch them ghost you. It's a bit like an 18-year-old boy just horny for a root, and the chick's like, yeah, I'm really keen. I'm really keen. Actually, I think I want till marriage, and then the guy just disappears. So that's okay. That's just people have their needs, and if you're not going to meet their needs, they feel like you've got no value for them in their life, and that's okay. It is what it is. All right? Everyone does it. That's fine. It's to be hypocrites. It's to expect anything else, or expect it okay for us but not okay for them. So that's just how it is. So you are the sperm donor, and now you are second fiddle. And a lot of guys don't understand that. They're like, oh, but I'm a good husband, provide for the kids, I take the kids to soccer and all that. But it's not the same as it was. And it's like, dude, it's never going to be the same as it was. She doesn't see that she's got what she wanted from you. She got your sperm, she got your money. Now, see you later. Hang around. You're just like a house plant. Pretty much, for a lot of guys, and then the guy feels that, and then he puts in less work, and then the woman's like, "Yeah, I'm putting in less work," and then they have this drift. So anyway, so most women my age, they've got kids, they've got debt, they've got a mortgage, they've got ex-husbands, or long-term psycho BFs or whatever, or just they've got baggage, and that's okay. That is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not what I want. It doesn't suit me and my lifestyle. It doesn't suit a lot of men's lifestyle. It doesn't suit a lot of women's lifestyle. Like Natasha probably wouldn't want to be with me if I had 3 kids, a mortgage, and I was away at work all day. You know what I mean? And I had some ex-wife calling up and saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it goes both ways, man. It goes both ways. So there's not many men in the world like me who are retired, self-made, not into drugs or alcohol, etc. Maybe into PEDs, that's about it. But, I've had a vasectomy. It says I provide a very, very nice life for any woman in my life. Not in terms of material, but just in terms of what we can do every day, the fun we can have, the emotional stability, the financial stability. And now a big thing I tell the guys is never, ever, ever pay for a woman's lifestyle. All right. Now, I've got nothing wrong with prostitution. If you want a prostitute to live with you or to see her at the hotel or whatever, that is fine. Like, I'm not into that personally. If you're into prostitution, that's okay. Like, it's a genuine job, and I think it's great out there. Some men can't get sex without giving money or whatever, or they just want to pay the girl to leave after sex. They don't want to have any friendship or this. They want the sex. They just want the body, that sex. And I'll give you $100. I'll give you $200. Now you can go now. And that's okay. A lot of men pay women to leave. They don't pay them for sex. They pay them to leave afterwards. So they don't have to deal with the things. And hey, that's what you're into. That's fine. But for me, I never pay for my women. I've spent maybe $50 on Natasha. In the last 4 years. It's very, very rare. Like, I'll buy her dinner, then she buys me dinner next. So it's like, definitely. Actually, my girls get free rent. They don't have to pay for rent, but they do go halves in the bills, like gas, electricity, data, stuff like that. They do get to ride my bikes, but with tyres, Natasha pays for her tyres. She pays for that helmet. She pays for her shoes. She pays for her chains. She pays for her cassettes. Anything she wears through, she buys another one. So yes, she pays for her clothing. I've never bought her any clothing before. So yeah, women don't respect men who buy them things. They just don't. All right, that is prostitution, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a female or a male prostitute doesn't respect their employer. All right, my girlfriends are employees of mine. Okay, I don't pay them for anything. I give them my time. They give me theirs. And that's just how it is. That's just how I run my life, and that's not any judgment on anyone else. You whatever's making you happy, then that's fine. People say, but if you didn't have money and you weren't 6 foot and you didn't have a big dong and you didn't have all this game, you didn't have all this fame, Natasha wouldn't want to be with you. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be right. And if Natasha was my age with 3 kids, mortgage, blah, 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 I wouldn't want her as a live-in girlfriend. Maybe as a, friend for sure, but as a live-in, no, it's not going to happen, So our gifts make room for us in life. Our gifts make room for us in life, right? Natasha doesn't smoke. She drinks a couple of times a year. She's not a party girl, even though she can party. She enjoys nature and fitness and health, and looking fantastic. I mean, she looks incredible. I mean, there's not many women in the world who look as good as Natasha. Natasha puts the work in. Natasha just puts the work in, man. She has great genetics in terms of her height and leg ratios and stuff, but she puts the work in, man. She ain't sitting on her ass fucking eating KFC and going, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. She is putting the work in. She's not, she just keeps her fat intake low. She does a base level of cycling, cardio, just moving her body, but she's not obsessive about getting the training in. Look at her. She doesn't look stressed, does she? Doesn't drink coffee every day. She doesn't take stims every day, or even every month. So look how fresh her face looks. You can only have that fresh, innocent look with the absence of stimulants. Okay, once you start doing stimulants daily, it's going to drain your face. You're going to lose your glow. I mean, Natasha looks almost like she could pass for 16 in this video, and she's not wearing any makeup other than maybe a bit of mascara. There's no Botox, there's no face filler, there's no foundation, there's nothing on her skin other than a bit of maybe lip gloss and mascara potentially. So that's the deal. That's why I only date rich, hot, young women, because that's really all I can get. That's all I'm compatible with. That's all I can get, really. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. And I've tried in the past. I've dated women my age, but they get jealous about the attention I get online, and they think it's weird, and it's like, oh, how am I going to introduce you to my family? You don't have a real job, I'm like, it's okay, baby, that's okay, no worries. So yeah, it's all good. I don't take it personally. I totally empathize. I totally get it. I totally get it. I do find it amusing times, some of the sponsors I get over the years, but I totally get it. And I totally get it. All right, I definitely You never meet anyone in your life like me. There is no other Duran riders, and that sounds arrogant, but that's the absolute truth. There's no one out there like me. And if you know anyone out there like me, like self-made, like who started this, then let me know. I'd like to meet them. Give me a handshake.